A number of years ago, when I first returned for Zurich, I realized that people who were coming into the consulting room were coming with quite different biographies, quite different life situations, presenting issues, and so forth. But one thing they all had in common, and that was that their understanding of self and world had grown exhausted. That whatever they understood about who they were, what they were to do with their lives, what was important in their lives had reached some points of sticking. And that when we reach those points, typically what we do is reiterate the behaviors of the past, or we ramp them up, we accelerate them. And often one gets deeper mired into whatever the situation is. Again, sometimes the presenting issue was a relational difficulty. Sometimes it was an intrapsychic experience, such as a depression. Sometimes it was troubling dreams. Sometimes a vocational issue. Again, despite the variety of the circumstances in which people found themselves, the one thing they had in common was that the old map of the world was no longer applicable. The map didn't fit the terrain anymore. No wonder one experiences discrepancy, confusion, cognitive dissonance. And in the face of those circumstances, again, what the ego tends to do is reinforce itself. What Jung called the regressive restoration of the persona. Let's get back to where things were, where I understood, where I was in control, where I was managing here. And change tends to produce anxiety. Ambivalence produces anxiety. Ambiguity produces anxiety. These are the triple A's that we have to deal with continuously: anxiety, ambiguity, and ambivalence. And our capacity to develop an ego strong enough to be able to manage dealing with these emotions is the single most important thing that we can do. It's not about intelligence. It's about emotional resilience. It's about emotional strength. The capacity to tolerate anxieties that arise from ambiguity, ambivalence, and change.